Hi, Jen here. I will show you how to create a green eyeshadow look for the holidays, and I will make it a drugstore. When I think of holiday makeup look, I always think of green. I think it's for most people. Anyways, I will start by doing my eyebrows. So if I make it a drugstore, I will go in with my e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in the shade Deep Brown. Now that they are drawn, I am going to go back with my spoolie. And I sometimes go back if I feel like I've missed a spot, just like so. To conceal my eyebrows, I always go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. And the one I have is in the shade 30 Cafe. I'm also going to use the same concealer to prime my eyelids. I'm using the Jessup round concealer brush, and these brushes you can find those on Amazon, so very affordable. Okay, for today's look, I will be using the Milani Gilded Gilded Gold eyeshadow palette, and in there's a green shade that I'm going to use. First shade I'm gonna go in with is Legacy. It's the brown shade here. I'm just gonna pat this on my outer V first, and we'll go from here. I am bringing this in my crease as well. It's a bit bold, but I'm not worried because I'm trying to make a kind of smoky eye with the green. And basically next, what I'm going to do, is it the same brush I have here? I might have bought two of those. Anyways, I'm going to use Extra Basic. It's a nude shade just to blend out the edges of the first shade I placed down. It's basically the shade of my skin tone. So okay, so next I'm gonna use Eden. It's the green shade of the palette, and I'm gonna place this all over my eyelid. It is so pigmented and so holiday-y. Placing this all over my lid. I'm also going above my natural crease line because I have hooded eyes. This green shade is the only reason why I bought this palette in the first place, and only used it once. And I bought this palette last year in 2020. Okay, so now don't worry, it's looking a mess, but I'm all gonna blend this out, and I'm gonna go back with Legacy, the first deep brown shade I used, to blend the edges of this. Going to go back with Eden, the green shade, just to tap it all over my lid again and bring it back in. Okay, this has gone really grungy real quick, but don't worry. Now I'm gonna go back with Extra Basic, this shade here, to blend the edges once more. In the middle, I want to go with For the Throne. It's this shade here, and it's kind of a eyeshadow that has a shift to it. I'm just gonna swatch it so you can see. It's kind of green, but you know, it has a shift, and I'm gonna pop this right in the middle of my eyelids using my fingers. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I'm going back in with the same brush I used to apply the green shade, but no additional product on it, just to blend the edges. I need to wipe the fallout under my eyes. One of my few first YouTube videos, I did this green eyeshadow look, and I forgot to clean up under my eyes. You know, I had green fallout. It had turned my foundation green. Oh, it was such a mess. It feels like yesterday. It's back 2 years ago. Onto the face. Just gonna clean up my table a little bit. It's a mess out here. It's a mess. yes. All right. To prime my face, I will first go in with the Star Primer by Revolution. I love this stuff. Like, I don't like the scent of it, but I really like how hydrating it feels on the skin. So I'm gonna apply this all over. I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes and let this get into my skin. Second primer I will be using is the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. I'm only gonna use this on my T-zone where I usually get super oily. I really enjoy the e.l.f. Putty Primers. Let me know if you enjoy them too, or if you have tried them too. Comment down below. For foundation today, I will be using the NYX Born to Glow in the shade Cappuccino. I think this was a little bit too light for me, if I remember correctly. But now that we're almost in winter, I got a little bit lighter, so it should be fine. And I think I put down way too much. I will be using my NYX number 3 foundation brush to blend this out. I'm using what's left on my brush to go on my forehead. I don't need too much on my forehead. There's a little bit of streakiness going on my face, so I will be using my Total Face Sponge by e.l.f. It's a lot of words for a sponge. I need a little bit more coverage. What is this? Fond de teint naturel, fond de teint liquide radiant, naturally radiant foundation. It's not giving me a lot of coverage. I'm gonna build this up a little. Coverage is definitely buildable. First concealer, I'm going I can't talk today, especially English being my second language. For concealer, I will be using Milani Conceal Plus Perfect Concealer in the shade Natural Sand. It's my first time using this, so we'll see how this goes. I've seen a lot of people liking this concealer, so. I really like this foundation. Why am I doing this to myself? What I was trying to say is that I really like this concealer. It's full coverage, dries down matte. I also got the same concealer but in the shade Cool Toffee. This is the NYX foundation brush in number 7, and this foundation was launched with the Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, I think. But it's so small. Like, I really love how dense it is, but it's too small for me to apply foundation, so. Oh my god. Ugh, this is gross. Going back with my sponge. I want to brighten a little bit, so I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Sand Sable. I'm just gonna put 2 dots under my eyes. Like that. Let's go ahead and blend the Camo concealer. Okay, we're looking good. Under my eyes, I'm gonna use my Maybelline Fit Me Pressed Powder in 310, and this is in Beige Soleil, no, Sun Beige. Sun Beige in English. I don't know if this is gonna work out, but I'm gonna use my powder puff from Shein, and hopefully this is gonna work out. Never used it on pressed powders before. Make sure you blend out your creases before going in first with your powders. Oh my god, is this real life? It looks so good. What? I don't know if it's the concealer, if it's the powder puff with the pressed powder, if it's the pressed powder, but there's something going on very well here. Is it because of all three? Oh, this is definitely a new combo. I don't know what it's making it look so flawless. Can you see that? To set the rest of my face, I will be using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop a mattifying powder. Okay, and this is in the shade Mocha. My first time using this stuff also. I am tempted to use the powder puff. I'm gonna use the bottom side, which is kind of clean. I know the powder puff really does something, but right now under my eyes is like flawless, flawless. It's looking so good. I'm not even exaggerating right here. I'm going to use the same powder to set my nose. To bronze, I am using my CoverGirl bronzer in the shade Ebony. For blush, I'm going in with Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Berry or 55. Just gonna use a tiny bit. There's a little bit of shimmers in there because my face was matte until now. Going in a little bit with a little... Sérieusement, aujourd'hui, je ne sais pas parler. I cannot talk today. The lashes I'm using today is from Shein, SheGlam. Like I said, I'm gonna go with a little bit of mascara. Am I serious right now? I'm taking my phone instead of my mirror. Well, am I serious right now? I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm gonna finish the eyes now. I'm gonna take a tiny brush, apply the green shade very close to my lash line. I need to blow this up a little, just a little bit. Is this what I said? I meant blow this out. I'm gonna use a tiny little brush. This is the Morphe E36 without any eyeshadow on it. I'm just gonna try to, you know, blend this. Putting some mascara. I'm using the Makeup Revolution Chocolate Dip Mascara. So I'm gonna spray my face first. What's today? I'm using the Fini Naturel, ça c'est en français. Wet n Wild Photo Focus Natural Finish Setting Spray. In my inner corners, I think I'm gonna go in with Awesome 24K. I'm gonna go in with 24K instead. Okay, this is so pretty. I will be using my Milani Fantastic Face and Big Bronzer, but it's not giving me bronzer. I'm going to use that to highlight. Why I'm saying it's not giving bronzer, because it's very shimmery. So I always use that for highlighter. You see? Like how this can be a bronzer. I don't know. Today, for me, it's a good makeup day. For me. Okay, for lips, I would go with NYX pencil, lip pencil in Espresso. For gloss, I will first go in with NYX Butter Gloss in Fortune Cookie. NYX Butter Glosses are everything, and if you don't know about it, I will link a video that I did just over here of many butter glosses swatches, so check this out. On top of that, I want to use the Revlon Super Lustrous The Gloss, and this is in Snow Pink. What are your thoughts? Okay, so this is the final look. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about this look. Are you going to recreate it? Anyways, and also before you leave, if you're not part of the family yet, subscribe and join the squad. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you all on my next one. À bientôt. Bisous.